Hello! Second instalment of the Delta Clay from Valentine's. Those bowls are finally dry enough to turn. Oh, by the way, bit of a tip. If you make anything really big and wide, like a sort of plate or a big bowl, when I turn them upside down to dry them out, I always cover the rim. So you get that kind of even sort of texture, even consistency when you come to turn, because obviously the rim's going to dry out quicker than the base because there's more clay in the base. So I always sort of put a rim of plastic around the top of the bowl. So anyway, there you go.
How long have they been drying for?
Oh, weeks, a week, about at least a week. It's nice because they've dried out really slowly, so it means that the clay's a really decent consistency. So I'm going to sit on my bubble wrap chair.
Now everybody will ask, do you fire your chuck?
No, I don't fire my chucks. I keep them sort of wrapped up, and they'll last for ages.
But they're leather hard.
They are leather hard, yeah, because it helps to stick the clay to them, to the pot. I mean, so yeah, I'm just turning it now. Yeah, it turns really nicely. The grog isn't too thick. As I say, it's about a 40% mesh, 40 mesh. Which isn't that bad, and it seems to sort of turn really nicely and give you a nice kind of smooth finish. I'm just turning a sort of a little accent in the base there because I want to see how it performs in the kiln. You know, what the strength of the clay's like. And quite frankly, I like turning little accents in bases. So there you go. So I'm just giving it a bit of a foot rim. Yeah, it's really nice. It doesn't sort of break up much. That's partly down to the consistency of the clay. It's not too dry. It's certainly not too wet. And it's nice and even. So you know, sometimes when you turn clay, you get a sort of a thick crust on the top, and then once you dive into it with the turning tool, it's all a bit too soft, and you get that inconsistency of the turning. So it's nice and even, which is good. So I'm just turning that. Make a nice round foot rim. Nearly done. And then I always obviously rib down the side of the bowl just to nicely finish it off, just to get that nice finish. And then I always stick my finger on it. You know, some people use a bit of plastic, but I just use my finger to burnish it, to finish it off, to get that nice shine. There you go. Let's put a stamp on it. Why not? There you go. Let's have a look.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's nice. I'll just shove it there for the moment. And then I've been using this new clay, which I'm really quite excited about. It's where's the back of it? Oh yeah, here you are. Yeah, this stuff. It's black. it's stained black. It's called Schwarz Clay, which I've been reliably informed by Marge is black in German. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh right, okay, yeah, Schwarz.
You'll probably find it isn't, and there'll be 500 furious people telling me I'm an idiot.
Surely not, Marge.
Wouldn't be the first time, Keith.
Oh, love. And then so I'm just gonna I'm just going to throw a few bars. I've thrown a few bowls already in it. And it's quite nice to throw, but I often think that when a clay is stained with a pigment, it does tend to dry out quite quickly if it's sitting around. That pigment seems to sort of dry out a bit. It's got a bit of chamot in it.
What does that mean?
Chamot, it's basically a kind of a grog, a kind of a sand.
Have you made that name up?
Chamot, yeah. Oh yeah, chamot. And I'm just making a simple bowl, just to test it out, because I actually designed a range of mugs that were like a grey colour when they finished, and they were really lovely.
Oh, I remember them.
The
They were
clay body
gorgeous.
was really, really nice.
It was a really nice shape too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna sort of just throw some bowls in it, but I'm also gonna make some mugs in it, just to see how it fits together, how the appendages work, so how that handle will stick to itself with the same clay. It's always good to do that, just to test out the clay, to see, you know, if it really works well, and that sort of gives you an indication of actually if it works well for hand building and things like that. So just a quick shout out to all the Americans that have been saying hello over the airways. Hi, hello. Lots of you have been getting in touch about,
Particularly Hank.
Hank, yeah, well done, Hank. Yeah, yes, your request is maybe being sorted. Who knows? Who knows?
Not that I've put pressure on or anything.
Yeah, Marge loves your request. Sadly, I can't really share that with everyone
No.
else. Not yet, anyway.
It's a secret.
We'll see. But yeah, so that's the Schwarz clay. That fires to about what does it say? Let's have a look. That fires to between 1,000 and 1,240. Oh no, 1,100 and 1,240. Which again is quite a big sort of firing band. But I should suspect that the higher you fire it, the blacker it becomes, and the lower you fire it, obviously you get a nice light grey. So it'll be interesting to see how they fire and how they perform in the kiln. So anyway, there you go. That's the next instalment.